Over the past 20 years, Anthony Dunne and Fiona Raby have become world leaders in an alternative movement in modern design, located somewhere between product design, sociology and science fiction. These self-confessed technology idealists have created countless prototypes and objects that at first glance at least don't seem to have much use at all. In fact, the designs often ask more questions than they answer. But give them a chance, because these ideas could be of more use to mankind than even the bagless vacuum cleaner.
The husband and wife team's unconventional approach was given a name in Dunne's 1999 book Hertzian Tales. He called it critical design.
Hello, Fiona.
Hi there.
How are you?
Come
Nice
in,
to see you,
come
nice
in.
to see you. What do you mean by critical design?
Critical design, I guess, is about using design to ask questions rather than provide answers. So usually when we design stuff, we're trying to meet a practical need like illumination for working at our desk, phones for communicating. With critical designs, we're trying to get people to think about stuff, really. So it aims more at the mind and the imagination than practicality.
So how do these ideas manifest themselves, and what do you design?
Well, for example, we're very interested in how robots kind of occupy our imaginations. So most people are familiar with the idea of the robots in the factory, you know, as these kind of abstract, highly functional machines. But what happens when they come into the home? We wanted to look at the kind of, I guess, the form, the scale, the kind of interactions with them. So we proposed 3 non-working models of robots that would act as discussion pieces.
We really want to play with the expectation of technology, and we want to use design as a way of changing that expectation. We have a certain idea of what a robot should look like, and one of the key things that we were trying to do was make them not look like robots. So when you point to them and say, oh, these are our robots, everyone would go, huh, that's not a robot.
In 2005, Dunne and Raby left their robots at home and turned their attention to how headline-grabbing new human genome research might affect the dating habits of the future. They came up with the evidence doll, an object designed for women to record the genetic information of their lovers, including a DNA sample. This data could prove vital in their search for the perfect biological partner.
With every lover, a woman would buy a doll. So we said, OK, you can take a sneaky picture of their face, and we'd get it printed on the front of the doll. And you could write anything about them, or the man's body, you know, like their shoulders, or didn't like their legs, or something. And then we've got this kind of secret drawer, which is a penis drawer.
Aptly located secret drawer.
And we had small, medium, and large. And here you would put the piece of genetic material to sort of store in there, to sort of, so you could get it analysed, so you can compare your different lovers.
Their latest project, United Micro-Kingdoms, takes Dunne and Raby out of the bedroom and onto the street, with their vision of the transport of the future. They divided a fictional England into 4 socio-political sectors, each with its own innovative set of vehicles. Although they look strange, these cars and trains are all extensions of how we get from A to B today.
We started looking at visions for robotic cars or self-drive cars. In all of them, the passenger stands up and they can kind of surf and do email on the way to work. Access to the road is determined by price, pace, priority, a little bit like phone tariff systems. You buy access to the road. And we think that this transport system could be quite grim. And we sort of want to visualise that now, to have a discussion about, is this the future we really want to have? And if not, how can we prevent it happening?
This one just looks quite mental. What's going on with this?
Yeah.
What is this?
This is basically a scale model of a 3-kilometre long train that has a landscape on it. This is one section. It's probably about 20 metres by 40 metres long.
And so you live on this thing and you never get off?
You never get off. People live on it and in it.
And you just go round and round on your mobile landscape?
Yes.
That's kind of nuts.
It's a stand-in for an idea.
The idea is, can one small design sort of spin off a big kind of discussion on a bigger level?
So, with no marketable product as an outcome, it's this process and the conversation that it causes that is, in a way, the real value of Dunne and Raby's work. And that's the process, that exploring the boundaries of what is possible in design that is massively influencing the next generation of designers that they teach.